Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all having a great day. I just wanted to make a quick update video on my Tesla position. I was out of town for about 10 days and I got back a couple days ago, but I was tired of being cooped up at the house, so I decided on a spur of the moment I'd drive a couple thousand miles to visit my mom for her birthday. But when I was visiting her, I decided to sell a little bit more Tesla before the earnings call, so I just wanted to get into that and tell you what I'm thinking right now. Right here I have a current daily chart of Tesla pulled up, and as you can see, the stock is still performing quite strongly. Like I said before, I sold a couple of shares on April 29th at $799.59 just before the earnings call. I only sold a couple because I couldn't bring myself to part with anymore. But I sold because I thought for sure earnings would be soft and they would miss expectations. But I was wrong! Now, the news coverage I saw in the earnings really downplayed the results as negative. When you consider what's going on in the world and also that the first quarter is seasonally the worst for auto sales, in my opinions, the earnings were quite strong and much better than I expected. Now, I was guesstimating earnings would come in just slightly better than the consensus estimate of negative 36 cents a share, but still post a loss. But I probably should know better by now than to doubt Tesla because they reported a profit of $1.24 a share for a huge earning beat of $1.60. It's going to be real interesting to see where the next quarter's earnings come in at, since the current estimates have them come in at a negative $1.50 a share. Here I have a 5-minute chart pulled up of Tesla the day they reported earnings. Now, when the market opened, Tesla gapped up to $855 a share, and I must admit I was feeling like a chump for selling some the day before. But price stalled minutes later at $869 and then sold off hard the rest of the day. This occurrence in the market is called a gap and crap. Now, what happens is smart money gets word earnings are going to be better than expected, and they buy up shares beforehand and use the gap up frenzy to sell the shares they recently bought to the public who's rushing in to buy it. Now, this will happen from time to time, and when you see it, there will usually be follow-through selling the next day as well. But you could probably attribute the next day's selling to Elon Musk. Now, the next day, Elon tweeted that he'll be selling off almost all of his physical positions and that Tesla stock price was too high. Too high? I know Elon's not the typical CEO, but seriously, too high? I've heard CEOs say many times that their stock price was too low, but never too high. I don't know, maybe his phone auto-corrected and he meant to say he was too high. Or since the stock price was around double 420, that's what he meant when it was too high. Or maybe he just felt bad for me and wanted to give me a chance to buy my stock back. Who knows? All I know is we don't need Elon going batshit crazy right now. We need him leading his companies forward and making the world a better place. Maybe Elon just needs a well-deserved vacation, or maybe he needs to get out of the house and go on a long road trip. I know I needed that. Okay, back to the daily chart. In my opinion, Tesla's chart still looks very bullish and could be setting up in an ascending triangle formation, which usually results in a breakout to the upside. Now, Tesla's setup is a little sloppy because of the sell-off on the day they reported earnings, but to me, the setup is still intact. Now, this means nothing unless it breaks out to the upside. In my younger days, I would see a setup like this, and naturally, I'd want to get in early to try to make more money. But if you don't get the breakout to the upside of this pattern, the setup was never valid. But nevertheless, the stock chart still looks very strong. Now, if we flip over to the weekly chart, in my opinion, that chart looks even more bullish, and it's starting to make me feel like a bigger chump for trimming off some of my position. Okay, the last chart I'm going to show you is a current chart of the NASDAQ Composite. The line I have on the chart is from January 1st, and as you can see, the NASDAQ is almost up for the year. With unemployment higher than ever and seemingly climbing by the minute, as well as nobody knowing how long the economy will take to get back to normal, it makes absolutely no sense for the NASDAQ to be at these levels. I mean, that might be crazier than Elon tweeting Tesla being too high. Heck, maybe his phone auto-corrected and he meant to tweet the NASDAQ is too high, because that makes sense. But nobody sends an owner's manual when you open up a trading account that tells you what makes sense in the market. But I think that's why I love investing so much, because you never know what to expect. With that being said, I can't help but think we should test the lows again, or at least pull back some from here, so I will patiently wait for cheaper prices.
Still waiting.
But who knows what the future holds for the stock market or for Tesla. You gotta love it.
Still waiting.
Okay, I think I'll end the video right there. Now, if I buy or sell any more Tesla, I'll make sure to make a video and let you know about it. And as always, this is not trading advice, only my opinion and what I'm doing with my Tesla shares for your fun and entertainment. If you could like and subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.